It's the catch-up at the Corona Zero New Zealand Pro presented by Bonsoi. Quarterfinal heats getting underway for the men on day 5 of competition. Yago Dora taking on Cole Houshman, and Cole making big statements early.
2 8-5s at the start of this heat put a lot of pressure on our reigning world champion Yago Dora. Stuck to some really fun, creative, traditional and progressive surfing. It really was ticking all the boxes for the judges, but this moment was groundbreaking for 2026. The first 10-point ride of the season for this full rotation into such crisp, classy surfing down the line here. Big layback straight from the full row. You can see his coach, Leandro da Silva, was so happy. But the skinny goat, you can't call him that anymore. He's dropping so many big scores, and I cannot believe we finally have our first 10 of the season.
Yeah, it was a worthy one too. The judges took no time in logging the scores, unanimous across the board. Perfection from Yago Dora. Then we saw a great battle between Griffin Colapinto and Felipe Toledo.
Yeah, this set up as one of the heats to watch in the quarterfinals. The American Griffin Colapinto has been so strong on the backhand and just bringing this lethal attack to these long walls here at Raglan. But he was up against an in-form Felipe Toledo, sticking with that somewhat unorthodox equipment, that twin +1 setup, but all class today. Griffin moving through.
Served him well. In the second quarterfinal clash, we saw a great battle between two backhands. Morgan Siblick was right up against it. Rio Waida setting the pace with great wave selection, but Morgan clutch in the dying stages.
Final 3 seconds of this heat, it all came down to the last wave. It was the second wave of the set, so it held up so beautifully down the point here. Morgs needed a 7.9, dropped in an 8-point ride, and is into the semi-finals here.
Yeah, for the first time this season, he needed that result. Into quarterfinal number 4 to set up the bottom half of the semi-final bracket. Italo took on Miguel Pupo, who was sitting in the number 1 position on the live rankings.
Yeah, Italo Ferreira taking on one of his good mates in Miguel Pupo with an event win this year. And Ito yet to hold the trophy above his head in 2026, but he's looking good. Took to the air, just the energizer surfer. We love to see him put on a show. He loves to put on a show for the fans, and he did that. Great variety in this heat to get the jump over good mate Miguel Pupo.
Yeah, he's looking deadly. He's carried great form through the season, but hasn't yet had that one big killer result. Will he find it here at Manu Bay? We're going to find out. He'll have his hands full in that second semi-final, but both matchups interesting. Regular footers in the top side of the draw, Goofies in the bottom. It's going to be a well-deserving winner when we reach the end of this contest.
Oh, absolutely. I love the Griffin-Morgan matchup. Feels evenly paced, but the women looking so sharp too.
Had the semi-finals to get through for the women here on day 5. Sawyer Lindblad's been looking deadly. She had a tough opponent also on her forehand out there, Alyssa Spencer.
Yes, Sawyer just with a little bit of extra pizzazz on those calves there. She's got an extra 20-30% of accelerations, especially through that second part of her calf. And it was undeniable today. She was outpowering Alyssa Spencer, and she's into the final, hoping for her maiden championship tour win here.
Amazing. Separated by 0.03 after both the scores were locked, Sawyer and Alyssa. And then we dove into semi-final number 2. What a show it was, and what a performance from Carissa Moore. Back on the CT and back in a big way.
Carissa Moore just gave us brilliance this afternoon in some of the best conditions we've seen for the entire event. She was throwing away 9s and locking in a total 19-point score, almost going an excellent heat total. But have a look at the conditions here. This backhand attack from Riss was just vintage. This is the sort of form that took her to 5 world titles. If she keeps this up, she's going to get straight back into that world title conversation. But she's got a tough matchup tomorrow against the goofy footer. But can she go one more for the win?
Yeah, amazing scenes as she joined the family, her husband and her daughter on the beach there. An inspiring story that we get to see play out tomorrow for finals day. Sawyer Lindblad chasing her first win. Carissa Moore, she's after just another incredible victory here in New Zealand.
I'd love to see her take home another win. There is a bit of a heartfelt story in Carissa Moore, but Sawyer Lindblad, the underdog, and everyone would love to see her get her first win here too.
She's no easy beat, that's for sure. Of course, heading into the last day of the event window, we know it is a yellow alert. Finals day will go down tomorrow. A probable start in the next 12 hours. We'll be making a call at 7:15 for a 7:30 a.m. start. Don't miss a second of it.